Earlier, I read Ezekiel 33, 1 through 20, which had a very powerful message about our responsibility as believers to share the gospel of Jesus Christ with all people, to go into all the nations and preach the gospel. I read a little bit further along, and in Ezekiel 33, 30 through 33, I want to read those to you and talk about it. As for you, son of man, your people are talking together about you by the walls and at the doors of the houses, saying to each other, come and hear the message that has come from the Lord. My people come to you as they usually do and sit before you to hear your words, but they do not put them into practice. Their mouths speak of love, but their hearts are greedy and unjust for gain. Indeed, to them you are nothing more than one who sings love songs with a beautiful voice and plays an instrument well. We love to hear the words of encouragement from the Bible. We love to hear what God is saying to us and the message that comes to love our neighbor and to show peace and to show kindness. We love to hear those things. But they hear your words and do not put them into practice. When all this comes true, and it surely will, then they will know that a prophet has been among them. It's important for us to know, the Bible speaks of in James 2:20, that faith without actions, without deeds, without doing what we hear, that faith is useless. Let me flip to James 1:22 through 25 and read that for you real quick. Do not merely listen to the word and so deceive yourselves. Do what it says. Anyone who listens to the word but does not do what it says is like someone who looks at his face in a mirror and after looking at himself goes away and immediately forgets what he looks like. But whoever looks intently into the perfect law that gives freedom and continues in it, not forgetting what they have heard, but doing it, they will be blessed in what they do. It's so important for us not just to hear the sermon, not just to take and say, hey, I did my Bible time today. I read through some scripture. I got through some scripture and it sounded really good. That sermon was really good. That preacher really preached really well. But come the rest of the week, we're not putting into practice the things that we prayed about or the things that we read about or the things that we heard about. We're not putting those things into practice. We're not actually applying those things. Then everything that we have done is useless. We don't want to be considered a useless Christian. We are here to put into application the things that we hear and the things that we learn. And if we're not doing that, we are not fulfilling the will of God in our lives. And this speaks to me so powerfully because I can grow so content in, I went to church this week. I read my Bible every day this week. I said a prayer every single day this week. I did some nice, good thing for somebody. Am I fulfilling what God has called me to? Am I being obedient? Am I willing to sacrifice? Am I surrendering all to Him? Do I put my faith into action every single day? That's the question that we have to ask ourselves. If we are truly wanting to be fully committed, living a life for Christ, we must surrender this life and be willing to give it up so that we are honoring Christ with everything that we do, everything that we say, everything that we think. Is it focused on honoring the will and purpose of Jesus Christ?